Hey, welcome to today's edition of the Success Principles for Housewives and Stay-at-Home Parents. My name is Dr. Mrs. Blessing Ishomo, and I am excited. Today is 49. Woo! Yeah, we should do some celebration. 49 straight days of sharing from the Success Principles, and I'm so happy that people are sharing positive feedbacks of what is helping them achieve. I am so grateful. And I am, yeah, what about me? Okay, so I'm a family and sex coach, a certified leadership coach, and a trainer of the Success Principles online. So what that means is I'm a family builder. I have a passion to help people balance work life, enjoy sex, enjoy love, and I connect people. Okay, so if what I have is not okay for what you want to achieve, I can connect you to someone that can help you out. And I am so excited that these success principles are helping people achieve their goals, whether it's in the family space, it's in the business space. If you put these things to practice, you will find yourself moving closer to your goals. Yesterday, we talked about being present, being here now, and it's all about you developing and improving your listening skills. You don't only listen with your ears, you listen with your eyes. Thank you so much, Madam Tonia, for joining. Thank you. And today we want to talk about how what you learned yesterday, you can bring it into a group setting and get the best out of different situations. So today we are looking at how you can have a heart talk. What is a heart talk? You know, the principle opened up with a quote from the person who developed this technique, this heart talk technique. He said, communication most times is like the ping pong game. In Nigeria, we call it the table tennis. You know, you're waiting for the ball to come, you pass it, another person passes it, and then sometimes you smash it so that it goes to that other person very fast. So people are just waiting to, they're not really listening, but they just want to, give out what they have in mind. And he's saying, if only you will slow down and really listen to the other person, you find that most times this wanting to smash back and prove a point, you find out that they are not the opponent and that they could actually be part of your team. That's so powerful. A lot of times people are dealing with things. People are busy. It's either they're at work thinking about their sick child, or they're at home really fuming with how their boss behaved or how a colleague behaved. And all these things, there's no opportunity to just, ease off and, release the feelings. And most times people are just full. They can be with you and you think you're having a staff meeting, they are not there. They can be at home, you think they are with you. What did you say? They are full emotionally. And so the heart talk, just like if you have a cup filled with water, you need to pour off the old water to be able to add new water. It's about the same thing with the emotions. When people are full and stuck with all these things they've not dealt with, you are just wasting time, because production will go down and you won't get the best out of the person. It will inhibit their creativity, their intuition. You won't get the best. So the heart talk is very good to do with family, with business, and whatever you are into. So when do you need this heart talk? Maybe the beginning of a staff meeting, when there is a new, maybe a restructuring in the organization, when there is conflict between co-workers or at home, when there is family, you know, when it's a big family or even a small family, when there are issues that have not been resolved, the heart talk helps. And the heart talk is all about, you know, an open communication that can be done between 2 to 10 people. And this communication is such that you agree to the guidelines before you start talking. And all you want to talk about is how you feel. Whatever that is going on inside, you bring it to the surface and talk about it. And one of the rules is nobody talks when you are talking. And nobody judges or criticizes whatever you have said. Remember we talked about psychological air? People just want to be heard. These feelings is the same thing. The emotions, when they are trapped, it's like, let me out. Everything is bottled up and you are moving nowhere because those things need to be addressed. You see someone that is trying to talk and then the person remembers something and all of a sudden you see the person angry and the person's like, let's leave that matter. No, because the same thing that is happening to the person and the person is all angry and is stopped in his track because he remembered something, that same thing replays when the person is at work. If that thought comes back, that work suffers. If it happens at home, the family members suffers. And that's why the heart talk is so important. And it's something that you can start adding to your success tools. So how do you organize a heart talk? Like is recommended in the book, between 2 to 10 people can engage in a heart talk. Don't make it too large a group as the dynamics, because people are supposed to be talking one after the other, sharing what is in their mind, on their mind, until there is nothing to share again. And all they are doing is describing how they feel. And so if it's more than 10, it becomes difficult because it becomes so long and you lose the group. I presently am working with a leadership academy, and we're training mid-level staffs, mid-level management staff, what you call the line managers or something like that. We're teaching them leadership skills, and each morning when they come for the meeting, for the training, it is called Getting Gotten. Okay, so 2 people sit down, and one person, after they just, in this particular case, they use a short whistle, and they just blow the whistle. Your time starts now, and the person starts sharing what is in the space, what's really on top of the mind and what they are feeling. And then when they are done, the other person has the time. It could be between 10 to 15 minutes, and this person just goes on like that. You know, that heart talk, Getting Gotten, those 2 people, they share and release whatever might be disturbing or might clog or distract them from being present in the program. So many times they joke when they come and they say, have you been gotten? You know, getting gotten. And another person will say, oh, they get me all the time. Because they rotate it, and each person sits with a different person each time they come, you know, for the training. And that is one way of doing a heart talk. Another is like a larger group, like a group of 5 or a group of 10, and then you have something, preferably a heart-shaped, you know, object, maybe pillow or anything that would help them think about the heart. You know, these feelings are coming from the heart, and you want to get to the heart of the matter. And so when somebody finish sharing what is on their mind, they pass that object to the next person by the left, and then that person holds the heart and talks about whatever is on their mind. And when they are done, and each time as they are talking, everybody is quiet. You are forced to listen. And when the person is done, the next person takes the pillow, and you know, the heart shape, it could be teddy bear, it could be different things. depending on the organization. In the hospital, it could be a stethoscope, it could be anything. And then they hold it as a symbol. Okay, I'm sharing, and then they move it around until it gets to the last person, and it continues until everybody says, I'm true. I don't have anything in my heart. I have eased off and removed everything. So the first thing, the guidelines would be, in that group, only one person will talk. In that group, there will be no judging or criticizing. You pass the object to the next person from the left, like that, until it forms the circle. It's confidential. Whatever you share stays there, and you don't leave this getting gotten or this hard talk until it's complete, until there is nothing remaining in to share. And he gave an example of a situation that happened. He was training in a place where these educators come once in a month. It's like a year-long program, and in one of their sittings, one of the educators that was part of the program all this while went for lunch. On his way back, he had an accident and died. So you can imagine how tense the room was. As at that time, nobody will listen to any kind of discussion. They are shocked, they are grieving, and so he decided to do the hard talk. He sat them in groups of 6, and they each spoke about what they were feeling that time. And he said for over an hour, people were just crying. Some people were saying, are you saying I will not see him again? Some people are saying, this life is so short. We need to be there for one another. How could this happen? Those that were angry shared how they were angry with, how could that? And they kept passing the object until everybody, released all those pent-up feelings. And after a while, he gave them a break, and by the time they came back, they were ready to learn. So think about it. You have sibling rivalry, you have problems in the family, you feel your husband is taking you for granted. You can share this principle, and you can pass. Remember, everybody will agree to sticking to the ground rules. You are not to talk when it is not your turn. There is nothing like explaining yourself when somebody is talking about how the person is feeling concerning what happened. The person is talking about how they are feeling. They're not talking to you. So when you have these ground rules respected, everybody will have their turn, and they keep having their turn. Initially, what you notice will be anger, resentment, and then by the time they go round and round again, after a while, you begin to realize the real talk is coming out, and then you see people talk about forgiving, you see people talking about loving, and then in the end, you find out that the bond is better. Let me tell you, everybody, one fundamental basic need of everyone is to feel loved, to feel validated, to feel like they matter. And the hard talk would help with that. And one of the benefits of the hard talk is it will help you develop your listening skills. It will help with conflict resolution. It will help improve the relationship. So these are things to look at as you go into implementing the hard talk. He talked about how wealthy families are losing money, billions, big money, because of the internal rancor, internal conflicts, the suspicion. Talked about a particular wealthy family that, their children are punishing them because they cut off their communication with their grandchildren. And he shared this particular story about one of a trainer like him that did. It's a similar way of talking about the hard talk, But his is, what do you have to say that would help you become present? What would you let go? Hello, Grace. Thank you so much for joining. What would you let go so that you can be present in the moment? You know, what I would like to say. That's how he pegged his. So you have people seated and they are not ready to talk. What they are saying is not actually what they would like to say. So he wants them to say what they would like to say, what is top in their minds, so that when they've gotten that out of the way, they will be present, like ready to contribute, to participate. And with that, he was able to get, thank you so much for the love, he was able to get these family members speak and share what annoys them and what is going on that they don't like. It took the whole day, sort of, but they were able to get to a constructive ending and agreement. You know, people are not that difficult. People are not wicked. When they feel taken for granted, or when they feel you're just overriding and, you know, just taking them like their feelings don't matter, all these things accumulate and they become serious problem for the organization, serious problem for the home. So I hope you've learned something today. Try the heart talk when there is something very much when there is tension or when there is conflict. Try using it, or when you're in a new place, you're in a new team, a new group, can suggest it and let people really share what they feel. Especially, it's very important to note two things: confidentiality. There should be that trust that I am safe to share, and I will not be judged, I will not be criticized. And when people feel heard, they are ready to play. It's like the cup is empty and I'm ready for new ideas. So I hope you've gotten something today. Thank you so much. For this week and next week, I will be sharing about a particular amazing mentor of mine that is running a program that would help you train your brain. Watch out for the links. It's important that you attend this amazing event that has helped thousands of people. And if you want to join our inner circle, we'll also be sending the link. And if there's something that is really on top of your mind and you feel blessing, I do need you to look at this with me. You can book for a free coaching session and we'll look at it together. Thank you so much for your time, and join us tomorrow 9 p.m. West African time for another Success Principle. Bye for now.